Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Golf Center here on WHHI Sports. Along with Bob Stevens, I'm PGA professional Chris Tremblay. And Bob, we have a lot to talk about today. We got some President's Cup to talk about, some junior golfers that have excelled. And who else do we have joining us?
And maybe you going into the Hall of Fame? Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
The World Golf Hall of Fame?
No, not
Pete
yet.
Popovich will be here to talk about fitness, nutrition, something we all ought to be paying attention to, and a great forum that's coming up here on the island about all of that. We're going to talk about some of the moves Brown Golf has been making in the Low Country and what that means to you and me when we go out and play. And we'll also talk about Ladies Island Golf Club. I'm looking forward to hearing what new is happening over at Ladies Island and maybe learn a little more.
They've been doing
about
some
that club.
renovations out there.
They have indeed. Let's
First,
get to it.
Let's get right into headlines. The U.S. President's Cup team comes away with a victory and increases their record to 8-1-1 with an 18.5, 15.5 victory over the international team up at Muirfield Village Golf Club in Dublin, Ohio. And you know what? It was really close, Bob, until Saturday when 10 points were available and the U.S. took 7.5.
Yeah, that's big. That's a dapper-looking bunch.
That
Huh?
is.
They shouldn't be hitting drivers with those pinstripes.
They should have been Duffnering. They should have been standing there doing some Duffnering, you know?
Duffner wasn't actually Duffnering. Anyway, it was. I thought the matches themselves were great. You will read a lot that, oh, the U.S. wins again. The internationals just can't get it together. They're not deep enough, whatever. They need to change the format. I thought it was great competition. I love the format when everybody plays.
The first 2 days, you have,
Yeah.
6 matches, and then they have double matches on the third day, and then finally the 12 singles matches. But absolutely, if you got picked for the team, you should be out there playing as much as possible.
And we learned a little bit about some of the players. We learned a little bit about who does what. We learned that, you know what, Matt Kuchar's a heck of a match play player.
He
He
sure
won the
is.
match play on his own in the past, and to see how well he played paired with Tiger and how interesting a pairing that was, and the fact that it worked.
There seemed to be some very good chemistry there.
And Steve Stricker and Jordan Spieth, and there were some interesting pairings that I thought were interesting. And I thought also it was very good to see a couple of the international players that folks don't know very well on tour. Graham DeLette
Yes.
and Brendan DeYoung, who played
They
their
were
backsides
spectacular.
off.
The first day,
Yeah.
Brendan DeYoung had 9 birdies on his own in the 4-ball.
He's going to carry Ernie
Yes.
Els. Well, he did.
And he lost.
And he
How'd you
lost.
like to make 9 birdies and lose?
Well, and again, Ernie didn't help him a whole lot, and that's the way match play works. But it was great to see those guys get a little recognition, and maybe they'll get more recognition now when they're out on tour for the great players that they are.
Absolutely. And only one U.S. player had a losing record, and going into it, everybody was kind of questioning a little bit Brandt Snedeker on Muirfield because he'd made 5 appearances at the Memorial, hadn't made the cut once. But even though his record was 2-3, on Saturday, the day the U.S. pulled away, he paired up with 2 guys. They both won their matches, and that ended up being really what carried them through because Sunday in the singles, the international team really made a nice comeback.
You still want to see Snedeker there with that putter.
Absolutely. The way he pops that thing in the hole, Sneds can play on my team any day.
Absolutely.
Moving over to
Yes.
the World Golf Hall of Fame, we've had a very interesting announcement made by them. They have decided that there will be no inductees for 2014. Instead, they're going to relook at the process by which they elect people in. What do you think? This has kind of come on the heels of some people getting in that some people on the committee or some people that are already in weren't sure should be in.
Some folks borderline. Is Freddie Couples a Hall of Famer? Is Colin Montgomery a Hall of Famer? I think you and I both agree, yes. They are. But we're down to that right now, and until they either change the criteria. Is there anybody out there playing right now who should be in the Hall of Fame? Anybody who's done playing that isn't in the Hall of Fame?
It makes you kind of wonder
Makes you
right
kind of
now.
wonder. So
you
maybe I don't think it's a bad thing to take a year. Not so much to do that, but you know what? If there's nobody that deserves to go in, let's not
Give it a year
dilute
off.
the hall. Let's do that. Strange that golf would go away from obviously something that makes them some money by a new induction and gives them publicity and
rare.
not do that. But I think they did the right thing this time.
Well, you have Monty, who got in, 9 times. He was the leading money winner and player of the year on the Euro Tour.
Just because he never won a major and just because he never won in the States, he was the dominant player
Let there be no
in
doubt.
Europe for a decade.
And it's the World Golf Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and he was the best there is, and he's been pretty darn good in the Ryder
And
Cup,
I
too.
look at Freddie. is it a stat Hall of Fame or is it the Hall of Fame? You know what I mean? Freddie, I just find him to be a golf
famous.
hero. If he's at the tournament, are you watching him?
Absolutely.
For sure.
Now, the scary thing that brings up is John Daly's getting to that point.
Okay, we're going to move right along now. The South Carolina Junior Golf Association played their Tradition 4-Ball Championship this past weekend up at Pebble Creek Golf Club in Taylors. That's one of their major events, and two local teams played very, very well. Josh Ficus and Andrew Orishak tied with Bryson Nimmer and Trace Crow, two students at the Junior Players Golf Academy. And on the third playoff hole, Josh, who's the current state amateur champ or state junior champ from Beaufort, made a birdie, so he and Andrew were victorious. Nice to see the juniors from the area playing well again in the statewide events.
You know, they're dominating now. We've got a really strong core group of people here playing in the Lowcountry, young players in the Lowcountry that are really showing it when they play against the guys from upstate.
Well, especially, you know, Andrew Orishak. Andrew's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, he's a 9th grader now, and he's got a lot of game. He's won an JGA event earlier this year, and he's definitely somebody we keep our eye on all the time. So congratulations to Josh and Andrew on a victory, and to Bryson and Trace for their good play.
Absolutely. More junior
Yes,
golf
we do.
on.
We had 3 Junior Player Golf Academy students were victorious this past weekend down on Jekyll Island on the Hurricane Junior Tour's South Georgia event. Tokes Pedro won his 2nd event in a row, shooting 143, 1 under par. Anita Uwadia won the older girls division, shooting 74 the second round, 2 over, finishing bogey, double bogey when she already had a pretty big lead. We're going to have to work on Anita closing the deal a little bit better. And Delaney Day, one of our younger students from Toronto, Canada, she won her 2nd tournament in a row, shooting fine rounds of 77, 76, and beat young Sophie Gu of Bluffton in a playoff there. So those 3 students, Bob, are actually working on getting points to play in the big Hurricane Cup down at Sea Island Golf Club at the end of November. And I believe both of them, all 3 of them, there's a good chance that they're going to be on that team. So they've got some more good competition coming up.
Does this guy look just a little bit proud? Yeah,
I'm very proud.
Smiling.
Way to go. We're proud of you, and the other students too, because we had a lot of students that also made some great improvement this weekend and played very well. So congratulations to them too.
They deserve it. Again, more great players here in the Lowcountry. When you go out and play on a weekend, you're liable to play with one of them who is out practicing.
There's a good
or whatever.
chance.
Take the opportunity to do that. Learn from them, and you'll also teach them a little bit too about
You'll
the
be
way
surprised
the game
at
is
how good their athleticism is too. That's all the time we have for headlines. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Golf Center on WHHI Sports.
Well, you can tell by the weather and by the activities of the kids at the PGA that golf is really firing up in the fall. The weather is so terrific to play. We've got the Director of Marketing and Communications for the IJGA, the International Junior Golf Academy, joining us, Marshall Welch. Marshall, your kids are busy too. I know they're out there practicing every day and working at it and getting better all the time. What kind of things have your guys got going on this fall?
Well, obviously, I mean, as you guys know at JPGA, the fall is a crucial time for training. We're lucky here on Hilton Head that we can play golf pretty much just about 12 months out of the year, so we take advantage of that as much as we can. We've got a couple of programs coming up actually that we want to promote a little bit here. We've got a holiday program that we take advantage of school breaks and some holiday time here with maybe parents or grandparents that some junior golfers might be taking advantage of there.
So Marshall, when you talk about the holiday programs, are we talking about Columbus Day weekend? Are we talking Thanksgiving? Are we talking Christmas? How far ahead are we looking right now?
Well, holiday specifically for us is basically between Christmas and New Year's and a little bit after that. So the winter break, essentially. We do have a spring break program that is obviously during the spring break time there. But our holiday program specifically is for that time period when they're off for the holidays.
When you say the spring break programs, now obviously depending on where somebody goes to school, spring breaks can vary almost over a month in terms of what week. So what do you do to accommodate that?
We make basically a block of time that we set aside, and we know that there will be about a 3 or 4 week period where some schools will be out and others won't, and we invite golf teams to come out and train with us for the week. We have a program set aside that we work with our club fitting. You can work with, we have a TrackMan Pro system that a lot of students really enjoy working with. And when it's rainy outside or if it's too cold, we have an HD golf simulator where a lot of our students will go and take advantage of that indoors. We set up games and do challenges there, and keep working on the golf swing and the golf game there.
So Marshall, let's talk about how the program is more open. We think about the IJGA and the PGA in the same way, that it's a lot of kids who are coming in from out of town. They live here, they go to school here, they play golf here. There are things for people who have kids who live here year-round. There are programs for them as well through you guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we're not just designated for the top junior golfers. That's one of the criteria that we look for when we're looking for full-time students. But just because you're not at that top tier doesn't mean that you can't train or at least get to that level. We have a Train Like a Pro program that is designed for students to come in, work with our director of mental training there. We have a director of college placement that will help them with the recruiting process. Again, I mentioned the TrackMan Pro and our fitness simulators there. We have a fitness program that works with all of our students. So you can come in and get that atmosphere of working like a professional, or at least working like one of our top students that we have at the academy.
What a great opportunity to stick your toe in the water and find out,
right,
is this what I want to do before I really commit to it?
Absolutely. There's no doubt that that's a good way to do it. Marshall Welsh, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to having you back.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
When we come back, we're going to be joined by Pete Popovich, who's going to talk about an upcoming forum done by the Hilton Head Island PGA right after this.
One of the great activities that the pros on the island get involved in is trying to make our game better as a collective group. I think it's great. The Hilton Head Island PGA professionals, and led by Pete Popovich, are putting together a series of forums this fall. Pete, of course, from the Golf Performance Academy. The first is coming up, and it's all about fitness and good nutrition. Pete, welcome back. Tell us a little bit about the nuts and bolts of the forum.
Thanks, guys. Wonderful to be here. The forum is one-of-a-kind event for the area. It deals, the first one we have, as you mentioned, health and fitness. What we've done is we've gone out and we've done the research and found the experts so that the people in the area don't have to, that they can just come on in, listen to these people speak, and they can get the information that they need in order to get better on whatever topic it is.
Where and when?
Belfair Clubhouse,
okay.
Tuesday, October 15th from 6 to 8 p.m.
That's terrific. That's going to be a lot of fun.
And you might as well go over who the panel members are going to be. Let's get right to it.
I don't even, well, you guys might know one of them. First and foremost is WHHI-TV's very own Mr. Chris Tremblay.
We will be there.
Chris is the area leader in Titleist Performance Institute certification, level 3. Second expert is going to be Justin Price, coming down from Charleston. Justin's a Czech level 1, level 2 expert. He's also golf biomechanics certified, strength and conditioning coach, and a whole bunch of other plaques on his wall that I don't
Now who's on the other side of this? Who's going to say, you don't need to eat well, you don't need to be in good shape, just get out there and slap the ball around?
That still has yet to be determined.
That could be me.
If you'd like to stop by,
me.
that's perfectly fine. But it should be great. We're going to talk about a lot of great things, not only having to do specifically with golf, but when it comes to the health and the nutrition, we're going to talk about things to just help you live a healthier lifestyle and feel a little bit better in general. No doubt about it.
Pete, you are obviously involved at the Golf Performance Academy in that as well. That's part of what you guys do every day. What else are we going to see in the other forums coming down the road?
Well, we've got the final forum of the year is going to be Tuesday, November 19th. That's going to be at the Berkeley Hall Clubhouse, and that is going to be more of a debate style. We've got debate kind of, if people are home and having debate withdrawals this November, we've got one that'll be a debate to end all debates. So stay tuned for more information on that one. We'll have it up on the website as soon as the first one's over.
Pete, what led you to start doing these forums? I know this is going to be the one on health and fitness, is the third one we've had this year. We've had 2 others earlier in the year. What kind of got this burning underneath you and gave you the desire to do it and get it together?
Well, the world as we live in it today is a very complicated place. There's a lot of noise and a lot of information out there. So, how do people decipher what's good for them and what's bad for them? So, and that's what kind of led us to say, okay, let's go out and bring these experts into the people so that they don't get lost in the jumble of all this convoluted information.
Tuesday the 15th at Belfair for the next one. How do folks find out more about going?
They can go to the website www.hhipgaforum.weebly.com. They can call me directly at 338-6737. We've got all the information on the website. They can register who's talking, what times, how to get involved, and so forth.
Pete, thanks so much for coming on and telling everybody about the forum, and we look forward to seeing you there.
That'd be great. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
How would you like to join one golf club and get to play 4 golf courses?
I'm in.
You're in?
I'm in.
All right. Well, that's what Brown Golf has been doing in the Low Country over the past few months, really bringing that in on their 4 golf courses in the Bluffton area. We welcome Travis Krieger, first of all, to the Hilton Head area. You've just moved down here from Pennsylvania, a new face on
Just
the golf
in time
scene.
as the weather's getting cold up there, too.
Yes, smart guy, this Travis.
Correct.
Moved down here just in time. Welcome aboard, and tell us a little bit about how things are moving. We've talked a little bit about the membership program in the past, but tell us how it's moving and what kind of enhancements you've added to it.
Yes, everything's going well. Like you said, if you join one club, you're a member at all 4 clubs. The 4 courses are a different variety. Our membership's taken to it very well with the opportunity to play different courses at their choice.
So just so we know what the courses are, we have Eagles Point, Crescent Point, Pinecrest, and Island West, correct?
Correct.
Could you get 4 more different architects than Rocky Rockmore and
Really?
Fuzzy Zeller and Davis Love and Arnold Palmer?
And that's what makes their
gives you
offering so
variety.
special,
Yeah,
is
it
that,
really
you
does.
have such a variety, and you can mix it up all you want.
And if you become a member, free golf lessons? What are you doing?
That's a good gig.
Correct. We are looking to grow the game of golf, and with that, we've developed a complimentary lesson program for our members and their immediate family. Our director of golf, Terry Muscolsi, he's a top 100 instructor out of Canada, and he's leading the instruction down here in the Bluffton area at Crescent Point Golf Club.
So what are your goals, Travis, with the complimentary lesson program? What are you looking for that to evolve into, so to speak?
We are looking to encourage our members to enjoy the game more. It is not an easy game, so with free instruction,
That's
it
for sure.
definitely helps to increase their
Yeah, your members play more, and your students and the kids learn a love for the game, and maybe eventually they become members.
And you get people involved in the game, Bob, that
playing the
maybe
game.
haven't been involved before. Now they start showing up at the club. They
That's
start
terrific.
buying lunch
Yeah,
and
yeah.
equipment, and that's how it kind of snowballs and pays dividends on the back end of that program.
Brown Golf, not just a Low Country business, although a lot of their action
Yes.
is going on right here. You mentioned you just have closed a deal on another course, and you've got stay and play opportunities in Pinehurst.
Ooh.
Correct. River Point Golf Club in Albany, Georgia, we had just acquired this past week, so we're looking to take over operations there as of now, going forward. And as well as Pinehurst, North Carolina, we have 90 holes of golf there. We have lodging opportunities on location at our courses, so it's a great fit if you're looking to go up and enjoy the Pinehurst area.
So we have 72 holes here in Hilton Head,
Yeah.
Bluffton area.
Yeah.
We've got 90 in Pinehurst.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, they got them in
That's pretty good
Pennsylvania,
coverage
Florida,
right there.
where you guys are
I'm
all
talking
over
about the vacation golf
You just
spots,
wanna go
though.
there.
Yeah, I want to go to the golf places,
Right.
though. I see we have a Brown Golf app coming soon. Trav,
Yes.
you want to tell us a little bit about that?
We do. Recently we partnered with a company called Smart Card App. They're out of Dallas, Texas, and they're looking to incorporate smartphones into the industry, provide a customer service experience unlike any other. We have free GPS and scoring in the app. You have the ability to share it via Facebook, Twitter.
Oh, wow.
And there's also food ordering capabilities that we're looking to roll out here in the near future as well.
Well, Travis Krieger from Brown Golf Management, first of all, welcome to the Low Country.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for being with us, and we look forward to having you on again.
Thanks.
Next up, we're going to have Mike Sinisco from the Ladies Island Club right after this.
Welcome back to Golf Center. It's great to be joined by Mike Sinisco, the manager of golf up at Ladies Island Golf Club near Beaufort. Mike, last time we had you in, you guys were talking about renovating, especially the clubhouse and those areas. Obviously, that project is going along. Where are we? How's it going?
Yeah, the project's moving along relatively well. All the walls are out and the entire building's been gutted. The only part of the building that's still in function is the pro shop, and we're operating everything out of the pro shop at the current time.
So, Michael, what are we looking at for a timeline for completion on the entire project?
Well, the demoing and moving out the the walls and stuff have been finished. This month they anticipate to finish up the plumbing and all the electrical. In the month of November will be the detail work on the inside, the the ceilings, the walls, the painting, putting the bar in, and they're hoping to be opened up
That's
before
a big one, Bob,
Christmas.
the bar.
Yes, get the bar.
Yeah,
Get it ready
definitely.
by Christmas. In the meantime, you're still playing golf. Let's let everybody know that.
Oh, yeah, we're
the
still
golf has
open.
not stopped at Ladies Island.
No, we're still open 7 days a week, 8 to 5, and the course is in fantastic shape. They just redid all the sand traps, as a matter of fact, and brought them back up to a very nice level, and the greens are in good shape, so we're open and people are playing.
Now, Michael, every once in a while when somebody's doing a renovation project at a course, whether it be the course or the clubhouse, a lot of times the misconceptions out there that the facility's kind of shut down. It's really not operating at full bore, but you still have 100% golf availability. And what about groups that potentially want to have outings, functions, tournaments, things like that out there right now?
Yeah, we'll be able to accommodate anybody. In fact, Saturday we just had an outing there. They brought picnic tables and we set tables and chairs up outside, and fortunately it was a great day, so everybody was able to eat outside. There are a couple facilities down the street, approximately 3-4 miles away, that have offered us their facilities. If somebody wanted to have a golf outing there, they could go down there for the food and the beverage afterwards.
Michael, let's talk a little bit about membership at Ladies Island, what it's required to have membership there, people that aren't members, what their availability is, and so on, just so they can get in touch with you out there and come play.
Right now we are a semi-public course. We do have a membership. Most of our members are local people over at Ladies Island. We do have also rounds cards that are very popular. So if anybody's interested in playing, they can call the course up. And we have great rates, competitive to everybody in the area. And the membership's always open. We're always looking for more members, and hopefully with the renovations are finished, we'll bring a lot more people in.
For folks south of the Broad who are thinking, you know, I want to expand and I want to go play some of the great places, and
Mix
there
it
are
up
some
a little.
wonderful places. Yeah, mix it up. Take your group and go up north as they say, That's right, across the bridge to Ladies Island, and you're going to get, it sounds like a really, truly wonderful experience.
Yeah, we do have some groups that come over. In fact, we have a group of seniors that come over from Savannah about once every 2 months, and they'll
That's
bring
great.
about 30, 35 people over. So we are, as I like to tell people, it's like we're a little hidden gem. A lot of people don't know where we are, but once they find us, we seem to bring them back because they enjoy the facilities.
Well, Mike Sinisco from Ladies Island Country Club, thank you so much for being with us. We look forward to
you.
having you back to talk about the clubhouse when it's complete.
Thank you for having me.
And that's all the time we have for Golf Center this week. For Bob Stevens, I'm PGA professional Chris Tremblay. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll see you next time.